Good morning, everyone. I am G. Madhusagar Babu from EEE Department, Srivas Engineering College, Tadepalligudem. Today, I am going to discuss about measuring instruments, that is, moving iron instruments. What is MI instrument? MI instruments are the analog instruments and indicating instruments. Okay, so what is the purpose? What is the purpose of MI instruments? Or MI instruments are indicating instruments. So indicating instruments are the instruments which measures the magnitude of quantities like current, voltage, power instantaneously in a circuit whenever it is connected in the circuit. Okay. So for example, consider an electrical circuit which is supplying a motor. Okay. So here we are connecting an AC supply which is feeding a motor, an AC motor. Okay. So now if we want to measure the current and voltage at the motor side, then we have to use these MI instruments, moving iron instruments. Okay. For example, if we want to measure current, then we need MI ammeter, and if we want to measure current, then we need voltmeter. Clear? So if we want to measure the current through the motor, what is the value of motor, then we have to connect the ammeter in series with the circuit. So this is ammeter. Okay, so ammeter in series with the motor. Then if we want to connect voltmeter, we have to connect it across the motor. Okay, so this ammeter measures current value, this voltmeter measures what is voltage value. Clear? So indicating instruments are measuring instantaneous current value and voltage value in a circuit whenever these two instruments are connected in the circuit. Clear? So what indicating instruments only measures and instantaneous values, not previous values, and it does not store any previous values, because these instruments have a pointer which is moves on the scale. Already in the last class I have explained this. Okay, in the last class, PMMC instruments, I explained about PMMC instruments, permanent magnet moving coil instruments. Those are also indicating instruments. Okay, so these indicating instruments uses a pointer which moves on the scale, a calibrated scale, to represent the value instantaneously. That means if the switch is closed, that means the supply is switched on, then only the pointer will measure the or indicates the instantaneous value in the circuit. Okay, whenever the switch is turned off, then immediately the pointer again moves to zero value. Clear? So indicating instruments only indicates the instantaneous values, not previous outputs. Clear? Right. So this is the purpose. What is the purpose? MI instruments are using to measure electrical quantities like current, voltage in a circuit whenever it is connected in the circuit. Okay. Now, types. What are the types of MI instruments? Okay, so here we have two types of measuring instruments, MI instruments. One is attraction type. One is attraction type, and second one is repulsion type. Okay, so MI instruments are classified as attraction type instruments and repulsion type instruments. Okay, so what is attraction type instruments? In this instrument, it consists of a fixed coil and a iron plate or iron piece. Okay, so whenever current is flowing through the fixed coil or coils, then a magnetic field is produced inside the instrument. Then the moving iron piece will be attracted towards the magnetic field lines, stronger magnetic field lines. That means the moving iron will be attracted towards the magnetic field. Okay, that means attraction force will be exerted on the moving plate. Okay, in this way attraction type instruments are measuring the current and voltage values. Clear? So in our syllabus, in this session, I will explain about attraction type MI instruments. Clear? So attraction type moving iron instruments. So coming to construction, first of all, what is the aim of attraction type instruments? These instruments should measure the instantaneous values in a particular circuit. Clear? Right. So construction. So any indicating instruments requires basically three systems. One is deflection system. Second one is controlling system. Third one is damping system. Clear? Okay, so these three are the basic requirements to construct an indicating instrument. Okay, so in this MI type instrument, deflecting system is nothing but electromagnetic system. Okay, and what is control system or controlling system in this MI instrument is nothing but by providing control springs. So control springs are the controlling system. And damping system, already in the last class I have explained about three types of damping systems. One is eddy current damping. Second one is air friction damping. Third one is fluid friction damping. Okay, so in these MI instruments we are using air friction damping as a damping system. Air friction damping system. Okay, so deflection system, controlling system and damping system. So these three are the basic requirements to construct an attraction type MI instruments. Attraction type MI instrument. MI means moving iron instrument. Clear? So now we have to draw the diagram for attraction type moving iron instrument. Okay, so first one, deflection system. So in the deflection system we have fixed coils or copper coil. Second one is moving iron piece or iron plate. That means which is movable inside the instrument. And third one is pointer, which points the accurate value on the scale. And fourth one is graduated scale. Okay, so these are the parts in the deflection system. Okay, so we have to draw the diagram. First, consider a chamber inside the instrument. Here we are using coils which are stationary, hence these are named as fixed coils. Okay, so the coils are stationary, not movable, so these are called fixed coils. Okay, so fixed coils are arranged on the chamber. Okay, this is called chamber. So first one is, here already I have told you. So first one is fixed coil, second one is moving iron, right? Moving iron plate. So moving iron plate is placed near the chamber. Okay, so this is moving iron plate. Okay, moving iron plate. Clear? So fixed coil, moving iron plate. Now we have to Now we have to connect a pointer. So this is pointer P. Okay, so pointer is connected to the moving iron plate. Now we have to use the damping system, nothing but air friction damping. Here we are using air friction damping, right? So air friction damping consists of a piston. It consists of a piston. It consists of a aluminum piston inside a closed chamber. Okay, so this is piston. So this is a chamber, and in this we have a air. It is filled with air. Okay, so this piston is connected to the pointer. This piston is connected to the pointer, and these are the balance weight and control weight. Clear? So in this is the moving iron plate. Okay, moving iron plate. Okay, so deflection system has a first one fixed coil, second one this is moving iron plate, second one, third one pointer. Okay, third one pointer, fourth one scale. This is the graduated or calibrated scale. So the pointer, one minute. So this is the pointer. Right. Okay. Right. So this is graduated scale. So the pointer moves on the scale to represent the accurate value or measured value. Clear? So this is the magnetic system, nothing but deflecting system. And third one, damping system. Here we are using a air friction damping. Here we have a aluminum piston inside a closed chamber. Okay, right. So now coming to working operation. Now coming to working operation. Working operation. So whenever this instrument, for example, say ammeter, MI ammeter, whenever the MI type ammeter connected in a circuit, just like previous one, right here. So this is the ammeter which is connected in the circuit, MI type instrument ammeter. Okay, so whenever ammeter is connected, a current will be flowing, right? A current will be flowing through the ammeter. Clear? So originally the current will be flowing through the fixed coil. Current will be flowing through the fixed coil. So this is the current value. Okay, coming to working operation. Whenever the fixed coils consists of a current, or a current will be flowing through the fixed coil, then a magnetic field will be produced inside the chamber. So this is chamber. Okay, whenever current is flowing through the fixed coil, a magnetic flux lines are produced inside the chamber. Clear? Then this fixed coil becomes a electromagnet. That means magnetic properties are created inside the instrument. Okay, this electromagnet produces a force, nothing but an attraction force on the metal, nothing but on the moving iron piece. Okay, so whenever current is flowing through the fixed coil, then a magnetic field lines are produced inside the chamber. Then this fixed coil or these fixed coils becomes electromagnets. This electromagnet produces an attraction force and exerted on the moving iron piece. Then the moving iron piece moves towards the chamber, because outside the chamber here we have a weaker field lines, right? So inside the chamber we have a stronger field lines. So whenever the magnetic flux lines are produced inside the instrument, then the moving coil attracted towards the chamber. Clear? That means an attraction force will be exerted on the moving iron piece. Hence it is named as attraction type moving iron instrument. Clear? So whenever attraction force will be exerted on the moving iron piece, then the moving iron piece moves towards the chamber. Then the point attached to the are connected to the moving iron piece will be moving on the scale to represent the value. Clear? So in this way, deflecting torque will be produced inside the instrument. Clear? So what is the purpose of deflecting torque? It should move the pointer from its zero position. So pointer should be movable. Then only the pointer represents the accurate value or some measured value on the scale. Clear? So first one is deflecting torque. Now second one is controlling torque. What is controlling torque? Controlling torque is required to stop the pointer at the final value. That means accurate value. Okay. For example, this ammeter range is from 0 amperes to 5 amperes. Clear? But in our case, if the current value is only 4 amperes, then the pointer should stop at 4 amperes, right? Not 5 amperes. Is it okay? So the pointer should stop at 4 amperes only, not more than that. So for that we need a opposite force, nothing but controlling torque. Clear? So controlling torque will be provided by the control springs. So control springs are connected here. It is at the back side of the chamber. Clear? So controlling torque will be produced by the springs to stop the pointer at the final and accurate value, not more than that. That means if the current value is 4 amperes in the circuit, the pointer should stop at 4 amperes value only, Clear? So that is the job of controlling torque. And now third one is damping torque or damping system purpose. What is the purpose of damping system? Damping system should produce damping torque. Clear? Damping torque. So damping torque means it is also an opposite force to the deflecting force, nothing but the pointer makes some oscillations at the final position, because due to the deflecting torque, the pointer moves from 0 position to represent the value. Controlling torque stops the pointer at the final value or 4 amperes value, but due to the kinetic energy of the pointer does not settle or does not settle at the final position at a time. That means it does not stop sharply. It makes some oscillations at the 4 amperes final value. So in order to reduce those oscillations made by the pointer at the final point, we need an opposite force. Clear? So that force is nothing but damping torque. So first one is deflecting torque, second one is controlling torque, third one is damping torque. Clear? So damping torque will be produced by the air friction damping. Here the aluminum piston is connected to the pointer, right? Whenever the pointer is moving on the scale, immediately the piston inside the chamber, closed chamber or closed vessel will be also moving, right? So whenever the piston is moving, immediately the air inside the vessel or inside the chamber gets tensed. That means air friction is more and more. Clear? That means the air is pressurized. The pressure of the air is more and more increasing. So the piston is moving towards the second end of the chamber. Now the air gets pressurized. So due to the due to the increasing in the air friction, the pointer does not move freely. That means the oscillations can be minimized at the final position. At 4 amperes position, the pointer does not make any oscillations. Directly it gives from 0 to 4 amperes. That means the pointer stops at the 4 amperes reading sharply. Clear? So here we need 3 systems or 3 torques. One is deflecting torque, second one is controlling torque, third one is damping torque. Clear? So deflecting torque is to move the pointer from the 0 position. So the pointer is initially at 0 position. Whenever the current is flowing through the instrument, then the pointer should move on the scale. So that is the job of deflecting torque. And second one is controlling torque. That the movement of the pointer should stop at the final value, 4 amperes value. So controlling torque is required. and the pointer makes some oscillations at the final point due to the kinetic energy. Therefore, damping torque minimizes the oscillations made by the pointer at the final position. Clear? So this is the construction and working operation of moving iron instrument. Clear? In the construction, we have three types of systems: deflecting system, controlling system, damping system. In the deflection system, we have fixed coil, moving iron plate, pointer and scale. Clear? And the second one is control system or controlling system. Springs are used for the controlling torque. And damping system can be provided by the air friction damping. Air friction damping means nothing but here we have a aluminum piston inside a closed chamber, okay, which is attached to the pointer. Whenever the pointer is moving on the scale, immediately the piston inside the chamber also moves and increases the air friction. Clear? So this is the working operation and construction of MI instrument. And coming to applications, applications of attraction type moving iron system. So first one, ammeter, MI ammeter. Second one, voltmeter. Okay, so these are the meters. This ammeter and voltmeter can measure both AC values and DC values also. Okay, so MI instruments can measure AC values and DC quantities also. Both the quantities are measured by using MI instruments, but accurate results are obtained by the AC supply. Okay, in the previous class I explained about PMMC instrument, right? So PMMC instruments are only for DC quantities measurements only, because there in PMMC instrument, the deflecting torque is proportional to theta. Okay, angle of deflection. This angle of deflection is proportional to magnitude of current. Okay, so if we connected this PMMC instrument in the AC supply, then in the AC we have a positive peak and negative peak, right? So both plus and minus, the area, the average of the final value will be 0. That means if we connect PMMC instrument in the AC supply circuit, then the pointer does not move on the scale to represent the value. The average value is 0. Okay, but MI instruments measures AC voltage and AC current values accurately, because in this the angle of deflection is proportional to I square. Okay, because so whenever the current is flowing through the fixed coil, a magnetic field will be produced inside the chamber, right? That means the inductance values are variable, increasing. Right? So the stored energy will be changing. Stored energy. So for example, now expressions. We have to prove the MI instruments can measure AC values as well as DC values, right? For that we need to go for expressions, right? So stored energy is nothing but half L I square. We know about this, right? Half L I square. L is inductance of the coil and current magnitude of the circuit. Okay, half L I square. So if the pointer, that means if the pointer is moving, that means the mechanical work done, right? Mechanical work done by the pointer is nothing but deflecting torque into angle of deflection, change in angle of deflection, right? Okay, so whenever the pointer represents some value on the meter, on the scale, then a mechanical work will be done. Then only the pointer moves. So the mechanical work done is nothing but deflecting torque exerted on the pointer into product multiplied with the angle of deflection, change in angle of deflection from 0 position to final value. Okay, so this is the thing. So actually, what is supply energy here? Always supply energy will be divided into stored energy plus mechanical work done, right? So supply energy must be useful for the mechanical work done, but some of the energy is stored inside the instrument, that means coil, magnetic field. So some energy is stored in the magnetic field due to the inductance effect. Clear? So mechanical work done is nothing but Td into d theta. Okay, so this is mechanical work done is equal to supply energy minus stored energy, right? So from this equation, mechanical work done is equal to supply energy minus stored energy, right? So supply energy means EI into dt. E means self-induced EMF and I is current through the coils. Okay, minus stored energy is nothing but half Li square, but change in inductance also we have to consider, right? So here not half Li square, we have to consider change. We have to consider change in inductance well. That means L plus DL plus I plus DI whole square. So that is equal to E into I dt minus half L plus DL into I plus DI whole square. So DL and DI are the change in inductance and change in current. Okay. So whenever the ammeter is connected in the circuit, then the current is changed from 0 to final value 4 amperes, right? Similarly, due to this current change, inductance also changes inside the instrument. So we have to consider the changes, stored energy changes. Okay. Now, by neglecting higher order terms, I square terms, Li square terms, L square terms. So these are higher order terms. So by neglecting those terms, the mechanical work done Td equal to d theta is equal to half I square into dl. Clear? So by neglecting higher order terms from this equation, we can get Td dot d theta equal to half I square into dl. From this, deflecting torque equal to half I square dl by d theta. So this is the deflecting torque final equation. Clear? So this is deflecting torque final equation. Now controlling torque. We know about the controlling torque expression. So from physics, controlling torque nothing but from spring. We are providing springs for controlling torque, right? So from physics, controlling torque produced by the spring is E B T cube by 12 L into angle of deflection theta. Okay, so by avoiding constant terms, this torque, that means controlling torque is proportional to angle of deflection. So equation 5. So whenever the equation 4 and equation 5 are equal, then only the pointer stops at the 4 amperes final reading. Clear? At steady state or at equilibrium state, at steady state condition, controlling torque must be equal to deflecting torque. Then only the pointer stops at the 4 amperes reading. Okay? That means from equation 4 and equation 5, therefore from equation 4 and equation 5, Tc proportional to theta, right? Theta, that is equal to here half I square dl by d theta. This is the expression from Td. So from this, by eliminating the constant change in the inductance, then theta proportional to I square, right? In the PMMC instrument, the angle of deflection is proportional to I, but in the MI instruments, angle of deflection is proportional to square of the current. Okay, theta means angle of deflection. So if we connect the MI type instrument in the AC supply, we have both positive peak and negative peak. If the current value is positive, it is squared. If the current value is negative also, it is squared. That means always angle of deflection will produce positive deflection. That means the TD produces positive deflection always. So that's why these MI instruments are measuring the both AC values and DC values, AC voltage, AC current, and DC voltage, DC current. But accurate values are from AC values, because we have a PMMC instrument for the measuring the DC voltage and DC current values. So MI instruments are using for AC voltage measurement and AC current measurements. Clear? So this is about moving iron instruments. In the previous class, I explained about PMMC instrument, and in this class I explained about moving iron instrument. Okay, so both PMMC and MI instruments both are indicating instruments and analog instruments. Clear? Thank you.